there, my minions. Tone Dog barking at you again with another Dog of the Dead. And this is it's a part 2 of Lincoln Memorial Park, because this place is so big and it's also very close to my own home. And if you look around, yeah, this is the whole top of this hill. It's called Mount Scott in the East Hills of Portland. And we're gonna look around and find some neat stuff in here, shall we? Dog of the Dead, my minions, Dog of the Dead. Okay, my minions, so the thing is, people ask me, cemetery, graveyard, mausoleum, columbarium, monolith, obelisk, these are all funeral terms or burial terms, and I'm gonna try to help you with a few of them. So anyway, a graveyard is a burial ground that is adjacent or on the property of a church. And that's what this place originally was, and then became just the funeral home area, and then later the office. Now it's just kind of a ruin. There's nothing here. It's all boarded up and full of stuff. But the cemetery here, or the graveyard right next to here, you know, you can see where they would bring you right on out here and right on over in to the cemetery area, where most of the time you would get a stone like this or this, and these were called monoliths. This is the Higgins family monolith. And here's another one with some toys on it. So, you know, but these are monoliths here. Yes, these monoliths were quite often, or most often, for the family name Fallow. And then they would give you what they call a pillow stone, about the size of a pillow, for the name of each person from the family here. And then you would get over here, have more pillow stones, and another monolith. But see, this style here of monolith was called the unfinished style. And more often than not, those represented someone that passed early in life, and that unfinished style represented an unfinished life. Kind of makes sense. Now here under the trees we have the Thelanders, we have some Aikens, we get out here to some here's some Johnsons. Matthias Johnson died in 1905. So these are all the monolith styles, and most of these too, if back in the day they sold most of these out of the Sears and Roebuck catalog, and if you look through those you can almost identify the Sears and Roebuck style, although there were many of them, but they were quite common, and the majority of most of the stones of the monolith or marker style. Let's see here. Here's another one of those. Obviously the Sears and Roebuck style, but right here, Woody. Now, see, now you get up to the top here and we get into the new style, which is all the flat headstones. And these have been pretty much since 50s and 60s on up, which makes it a lot easier on the groundskeepers, so they can, you know, maintain the grounds a little better. Because I can imagine having to weed eat around all them headstones is a pain in the ass. So my minions, I hope you're having a happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. what is it? I don't know. Just have a good this time of year. Doesn't matter who or why or how. And right now, I'm just wandering willy-nilly through this part of Lincoln Memorial, just collecting some footage for you folks. Right over there is right up there, that's the military part, which I think kind of speaks for itself. Yeah, and as we wind our way out of that well, it's the newer, older part of it, but then we get out here to the beautiful Memorial Garden part of it, where up there on the hill is another part of the mausoleums that I explored in the first video, but I never showed you any of this stuff down here, which is beautiful. This is just another part of the newer part of this, is this Memorial Walkway Garden here around this beautiful little pond. And I think this is a really nice spot, my minions. I mean, it's like Finley Sunset Hills. They've got a very beautiful, there's somebody new. It's that's for these people here. I think they're Asian of some sort because I can't read it, but here. I'll get back up here in the walkway and turn it this way, because we're still headed up the hill where we've got a few other interesting things that we can check out on this episode of Dog of the Dead. And here, we'll have to get on here, so I don't want to trip and fall and break something, me or my equipment. But this stuff is really cool in here. I like it. I wouldn't mind resting in a spot like this. There we go. We can kind of look out there, see the mausoleum up on the hill, and all the way over here to the big office up on the hill. And here we have a tomb, the Chute tomb. And this is in the veterans actually part of like a memorial, but it's also got a whole bunch of just little individual family plots here. See? And some of these are not being used, but other ones are. And God bless America. Quite common in some of these Asian ones for them to leave offerings to the dearly departed. I find it kind of touching. And these tomb types, contrary to popular belief, do not always contain a body. More often than not, they don't. Because of, with weathering and things, if anything would crack, it would be too easy to get there. But occasionally they do. But more often they contain the cremated remains and or objects or remembrances of the person. But more often than not, these type actually do contain the remains, bodies, and or what have you. And then you get up into the columbarium up here, which is just for ashes and what have you there. And you see from this veterans area, everything's nice and concentric, all in a kind of a semicircle around this central area out over the cemetery. And then we've wound our way from the top of the hill up there all the way down here. Here is the back of the big mausoleum, which was one of the first ones I took you through a tour of on one of my earlier videos of this park. So we don't need to go there, but that thing is huge and kind of pretty cool inside. And so my minions, I'm gonna just wander on down here. It's getting late in the day. I got other shit I gotta do, I suppose. Not really. I'm retired. I don't have to do nothing I don't want to. But I do want to go home and eat lunch. So I might call it a day.